Hi, Thomas Brinsko here, publisher of BIC Magazine and BICmagazine.com, bringing you the top news of the week. The biggest story on our website was the release of a report for the Gulf Coast energy outlook in 2020. I know everybody's always wanting to know what's going on in the future. This was a great report released by the LSU Center of Energy. Lots of great infographics in it. Bottom line is they expect maybe another $308 billion to be invested in our region over the next 20 years. That's about $15 billion a year. Great news. It shows a lot of historical things. Chemical exports doubling over the last 4 or 5 years. It predicts that the Gulf Coast, particularly Louisiana and Texas, are going to increase its share of U.S. oil production from about 66% to maybe a little over 70% in the next couple of years. Employment in the Louisiana and Texas region for the downstream side, petrochem and refining is expected to increase about 7,000 people over the next 3 years. A lot of great information there. I highly encourage you to find that on our website and in our publication in print and go out and check it out. In other news, Kinder Morgan announced several different construction projects. The biggest one is in the Pasadena terminal. It's a $125 million project that includes tank modifications. They're going to increase their flow rates for their inbound pipelines and also their outbound dock lines. It's a huge investment, but it is being supported by a long-term agreement with one of the local refiners. It's expected to be completed by the end of 2020, if not in the early third quarter even. Other projects for Kinder Morgan is a $19 million project, an expansion of their Argo ethanol hub in the Chicago area that's going to give them another 105,000 barrels of additional capacity there. And the Bostco terminal, the Battleground Oil Specialty Terminal Company, owned 55% by Kinder Morgan. They've got a $22 million project that they've just kicked off, primarily a piping project in the ship channel area. It's expected to be completed, let me see, it's the fourth quarter of 2020 as well. Another story that's getting a lot of traction on our website is our interview of Dow's Sharon Hogan speaking to the expansion of the TX9 cracker. Now, Sharon Hogan is the site director for Dow's Oyster Creek facility in Texas, and she's also the production leader for the world-scale TX9 cracker. The expansion that they're working on there is going to add another 2,000 kilotons per year of capacity, and which will make it the largest ethylene plant in the world. There's a lot of insights onto Sharon herself. I knew her in Baton Rouge before we both moved to Texas. She's a fellow LSU alumni and a great human being. We thank her and the folks from Dow for helping us get the good news out about the work they're doing at Oyster Creek. If you aren't following us already on Twitter and LinkedIn, please do so and keep up with the industry news. God bless you.